You don't have nothing to wear. You have clothes, you have options, and yet getting dressed feels harder than it should. You try on one outfit and then another, but somehow nothing feels complete. The frustrating part is you cannot even explain why. The problem is not what you own. The problem is your wardrobe. It has no clear structure. And without a clear structure, even the most beautiful, organized wardrobe will create a friction. And that friction has a name. Today, I am going to give it to you. If you have found this channel through the outfit videos, the midi skirt and the 12-piece outfits, there you understand you have seen the proof in practice. And those are actually what kind of cement and connect into today's video, and why a full closet still feels impossible and how to fix it. If you are new here, welcome, and I just wanted to say you don't need to have watched the previous 1, 2, 3 episode for you to get along, but if you want to get the full picture of this series, I will be linking down the previous 1, 2, 3 episode in the description box below. The symptoms. When getting dressed feels overwhelming, most people think one of these 3 things. The first assumption is, I need more basics. And that totally makes sense. Basic feels safe. Basic feels like the answer. But here's what actually happens when you add more basic without the structure to receive it. And it disappears into your wardrobe, and you will never reach out for it. The second assumption is, I bought the wrong pieces. So you go ahead and return things, or otherwise you donate things out, and then you start afresh again. But then the same feeling will return back because that was never the problem in the first place. The third assumption is, I do not know my style. You do not know your style. You have been living in it for years. You just haven't been shown how to read it yet. Honestly, that is what today it's all about. Because overwhelming, it's not a style problem, it is a system problem. Because most wardrobes are built piece by piece. You see something beautiful, you go for it. You see something trading, you click it. You imagine an outfit in your head, but you never stop to ask, does this belong to a larger structure? So over time, you do not build a wardrobe, you build a collection. And believe me, collections are harder to manage than a system. And that is why you stand in front of your closet every time and feel stuck and confused. The misdiagnosed. The common belief is, if I just buy the right thing, everything else will work. So you add one blazer, another pair of shoes, or pair of trousers, a dress, and maybe it works that once. But the same friction will reoccur because the issue was never quantity, it was internal logic. Believe me, a wardrobe without a clear structure will create constant decision making. And the constant decision making, it creates exhaustion. Overwhelming, it's not about volume, it's about friction. What structure means? Structure means your pieces pair easily and they work together. And the structural wardrobe has 2 core elements. 1, a dominant base. 2, a repeated silhouette. Your dominant base is the color you reach out for naturally the most, not the one you admire, and not the one that feels aspirational, what you actually wear. I want to be specific what a dominant means. It's not the color you love, not the color that looks beautiful on you in a photograph, and certainly not the one that you pin in a Pinterest, for example, that feels aspirational. The color you actually put on your own body when you want to feel like yourself. So these 3 are completely different things. But funny enough, most women build around the first, second one instead of the third one. Your dominant base is not about preference, it's about behavior. Because behavior is always the truth. I'm going to use myself as an example. Black is my dominant base, and white as a supportive base. And when it comes to silhouettes, I do wide leg trousers, I do oversized shirts, I do midi skirts, I also do a loose pencil skirt and blouses. So when I stay within that structure, getting dressed feels calm. But when I suddenly introduce a sharply tailored blazer or a bold color without the support, the outfit feels uncertain. Not it's wrong, it just doesn't belong to the structure I live in. This awareness changed how I shop, how I buy pieces, and how I combine this. This is structure. Your silhouette is not your body shape. I want to separate these two things clearly. Your silhouette is the shape of your clothes that you feel yourself in it. You already own it. You have been wearing it for years without thinking about it. Like example, the wide leg trousers, the midi skirts, the wide leg oversized shirts, or the blouses, etc. You reach for these pieces without deliberation. The repetition, it's not a habit. The repetition, it's a data. Use it. Why it breaks? When clothes feels disconnected, it's usually because of three things. 1, color inconsistent. 2, fit inconsistency. 3, proportion imbalance. Too many competing base tone, too many silhouette family, and too many pieces that does not support each other visually. Believe me, color it's not a problem. Color itself does not even create any chaos. Unsupported color does. And for that reason, if your structure is strong, color will integrate. But if your structure is weak, color will expose it. The same thing applies when you mix dressy and casual. If the silhouette structure suddenly shifts, the outfit feels uncertain, not wrong, just misaligned. So here is what these three have in common. A wardrobe works naturally when it has internal logic, and when that logic is missing, even one piece can create friction. It's just like you adding an off note in a perfect, already arranged note, if that makes sense. And yes, you feel it even if you cannot name it, but now you can name it. Identify your base. So instead of reorganizing everything today, I want you to do something simpler. Stand in front of your closet and ask, what color do I naturally reach for when I want to feel confident? That is the dominant base. Then ask, what silhouette do I repeat most often? Not what I wish I were, not what looks good on someone else, not what's on Pinterest, bold or pain, not what you save, not an aspirational thing, what you actually wear. I want you to actually stop this video right now. Right now. Go to your wardrobe, open it. That particular piece you reach for the most, find the dominant base, the repeated silhouette, then write them down if needed. So come back when you have the answer. I will be here waiting for you. Okay? Perfect. Now you know more about your wardrobe than most women who have been shopping for ages. Because most women shop from aspiration, from who they want to be, from the other version of themselves that lives on Pinterest, and you just locked in the reality, because reality is where the walking wardrobe exists. That's where it works from. Honey, you have done a great job. That is not a small thing, because behavior, it's a data built from reality, not aspiration. The fix. Once you know your base and your repeated silhouettes, everything else will change. You stop adding pieces randomly and you start reinforcing intentionally. Instead of you asking what is missing, you start asking, does this support my structure? That fact, that knowledge is the structure that reduces friction. And the reduced friction will create a calm wardrobe. You don't have nothing to wear. You may simply have a wardrobe without a clear structure. So save this video for the next time you go shopping, or the next time you stand in front of your closet, still feel confused and stuck. Come back to this video, ask 2 questions. Everything starts there. So this week, just 2 things. Find your dominant base and your repeated silhouette. Write them down, okay? Because in the next episode, I'm going to show you how to take these 2 things, your dominant base, your repeated silhouette, and we're going to build an outfit, every outfit you're going to wear around them. So we're going to build them practically, not theoretically, with just the pieces you already own. Because clarity creates elegance. I'll see you in the next one, the Elegant Everyday Method.